Bitmain finally released their earnings and they are much crazier than I ever expected, okay? I thought that we should not expect anything right now. There will be just a release, but there is much more, and we will dive into the staking. We will talk about the annual shareholder meeting. We will talk about the EPS. We will talk about the income. We will talk about the MAVAN, MAVAN, okay? Something that they came up with. So this is maybe one of the most interesting videos for the future of Bitmain, and you should stay tuned, and let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
Welcome to a brand new video. If you don't know who I am, which is like 30% of my viewers are new to this channel, so make sure to subscribe to both of my channel. And I'm looking for stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x. And obviously, this is the early investor life, okay? You invest, it goes down, you average down, and you're happy 3, 4, 5 years from now, okay? You will watch this video, you will watch the comments, same like on my Tesla videos where you see all the negative comments and you see like, hey, you know, the stock went down from 23 to 11 and, you know, we were more than $500 in Tesla already, right? So this is the usual life cycle of companies, especially when you are early. Now, if you want to have more for long-term investing, then check out xnDayTrading.com, because we are having our own software where we professional day traders can send you all our trades that we are doing all automatically into your broker, okay? We want to average about like 8 to 15% per month, which gives us a compounded, if you start with $10,000, around like $58,000 after the first 12 months, and then we compound it over there and more further and further and further. If you have $10,000 to start, schedule a call with me before we raising our joining fee, and we haven't lost a trade in 2 weeks, guys, okay? It's absolutely insane. Also today, we had a trade on Google, 16%, and we close it and we are done for the day. So it doesn't matter what the market does, if it's going down or up, we can make money day trading. If you want to be part of that, make sure to check it out. Now, let's directly dive into the earnings of Bitmain. So, if you're looking into the earnings, then Bitmain start with this headline, okay? Bitmain BMNR reports a full year 2025 GAAP general accounting rules, right? EPS of 13.39. Made in America validator network. Ethereum staking 2 commence in early 2026, declares annual dividend, and is the first large-scale crypto company that pays dividend, okay? So that's quite interesting. So first of all, let's look into the income, okay? It's interesting that they are very profitable by having income from $328 million, okay? Fascinating. But then I was looking at the EPS, and then I would say, okay, let's calculate that, right? So let's dive into that and let's assume the following. If you know the EPS and you know the income, then you can divide that and know how much shares outstanding there are, right? So I did that, and this means that by that statement, they have 25 million shares outstanding. And by full year 2025 result means that all of that mostly comes from the mining income that they had, okay? So all of that, what you see here, is actually all through the previous mining company business, okay? So this is not really concerned by the Ethereum staking strategy and the Ethereum procedure and services and staking and buying everything what they want to do is not yet in this income, okay? Just to make sure. Then they want to launch MAVAN, so they just say, okay, made in America validator network, a dedicated staking infrastructure for Bitcoin assets. We will dive into that in a second. Then they decide that they will have their annual dividend of 1 cent. And why do you think like, okay, why they did that, right? Why give us a dividend in the first place? 0.01, so $1 is nothing, obviously. And I think that first they want to show you that they want to give dividends in the future. Second, they want to be listed as dividend stock. This gives a little bit more exposure to the company. So people say, hey, you know, I look for dividend stocks. And just by funds, hedge funds, or institutions looking for dividend stocks, they will find BitMine as well. I think this is the plan behind it, okay? Then you can see here, BitMine is the first large crypto company that declares an annual dividend, reflects the company's commitment to create shareholder value, and they also will hold the annual shareholder meeting at the Wynn Las Vegas on the 15th of January. Let me know if you are going there. I really consider to go there because, this is the biggest BitMine show on the planet, right? So why I should be not going there? So that will be quite interesting. Now, BitMine remains supported by a premium group of investors, Peter Thiel, Katie Wood, Bill Miller, Pantera, Galaxy Digital, and so on and so forth. And Tom Lee is obviously very much invested as well. As my last knowledge, he holds about the 500,000 of BitMine shares. Okay, so that will be quite interesting once they go up to make him a very, very wealthy individual. Okay, but I think obviously like all of those other investors like Katie Wood and other like Peter Thiel, they holding much more obviously. And I think that at some point Tom Lee for sure gets some options on BitMine. So I think it will be quite interesting over the next couple of years. And you see how early that is. This is the first earnings that we ever got, right? And the stock actually benefited a little bit, and then obviously the whole market selling off. So also BitMine sold off from there. Now, they also said that a BitMine and Ethereum network company with a focus on accumulation of crypto long-term today announced the first results and so on. BitMine continues to execute at highest levels. The company is well positioned for 2026, and we look forward commencing Ethereum staking, our Maven Made in America validator network, in early 2026. I think somewhere there's mentioned also the first quarter of 2026. Okay, so they will do, and they said a little bit later they will tell us that they actually find a couple of partners to do this with. So they are in the process because in this kind of huge scale, it was barely done before, right? I mean, so much staking is very unique and need to be planned through very, very much. Okay, so then they said that they say, or Tom Lee again says a little bit about the crypto prices, right? He says crypto prices continue to suffer as the drop in market liquidity functions since October 10, which was the largest ever single-day liquidation event in the history of crypto. In 2022, the post-FTX liquidity shock took 8 weeks to clear, but similar to prior drawdowns, we, by the way, are 6 weeks in since that liquidation event. History shows crypto prices stage V-shaped recoveries after lingering and drawn-out decline, and we expect this again to be the case in the current drawdown. Okay, so he expects that the prices for Ethereum will rise very, very sharply. Okay, then other highlights is that they are saying that staking update Maven, the Made in America validator network, this is just the name that they invented for it. BitMine assesses several native staking providers who serve institutional clients across a range of criteria, including safe and secure operation, performance and reward yield generation, ability to run dedicated infrastructure, overall service quality and support. Plan to go live calendar first quarter 2026. Okay, so in the next 4 months, we will start to generate income already. Okay, so in the next earnings report, we should most probably not get any income based on the staking, but the earnings after that. Okay, very important to know. Then they said we plan to partner with one of those pilot partners plus world-class infrastructure providers to scale on our Made in America validator network over the coming quarter. Although many off-the-shelf offerings exist, we believe in the building of the premier destination for our native staked Ether and are proud to build with the best partners. At scale, we believe our strategy will be best serve the long-term best interest of our shareholder. Then they say about the dividend declaration. Okay, so that's not so much interesting. So that's pretty much it. So we got a lot of information in this earnings, better than I ever expected, so I think that this is a very huge stake. The current drawdown in the market is what it is, guys. You cannot, predict this. You cannot know when it will end or when it will slow down, but I will tell you one thing. When you have a horizon of just 3 years, give us 3 years and then judge the investment. Not like 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 years, and then let's see where BitMine is. Okay, those drawdowns, if you look into the history of the stock market, are always very short. much shorter than the long-term bull market and bull phases. So with that said, everybody is currently looking actually at MicroStrategy. As soon as MicroStrategy goes up, so that means that there's like coming back money and trust into crypto, which is always the first sector to come back, then the market should follow, and maybe then we go into the Santa Claus rally. Okay, so all eyes are actually on Bitmine and MicroStrategy, the whole market watching when this stock's going first up. This will be a huge sign to go absolutely parabolic. We are just a couple of days away that we will see also 10 plus, 15 plus, 20 plus dollars days in value creation for Bitmine. Stay tuned, and I see you tomorrow for a brand new vlog. And remember, the grass is greener always on the other side.